Good morning and welcome, Freedomizers. Oh, my goodness, have we got some things today. We have Drake, who's going to be with us for an update between the first 15 and 30 minutes, if he's got one for us. And then we will move over to Anita, who is with the Relocalization, and she's going to share some of that with us. And we have Chris, our law advisor, who's also going to be discussing with us a bit about the smart meters and Agenda 21. This is going to be awesome, guys. I mean, I am so looking forward to all of this. So first, what we'll do is we will get our update from Drake, and that's, of course, regarding the behind-the-scenes effort to return our country to lawful government and lawful money. Then again, like I said, we will have Anita Whitney from Franklin County, Ohio, and this is just going to be an awesome, great show. So, Drake, honey, I thank you for being here with us to give us an update. I know that the boards have already filled up and the chat room's filling up, and everybody's eager to hear what you have to say, if you got anything for us today.
I always got a little something. Quite simply, I've run across some things, and been talking to some more people who have capabilities of knowing what's really going on. A lot of that information I got to be real general about, as everyone should know by now. Quite simply, I'm not going to endanger the people that are helping us with this. So, first thing I'd like to do, I got 4 points basically, and they're pretty simple. Number one is fear. There's nothing basically to be afraid of, and the reason being is that a plan, some 20 years in the making, has been begun to be implemented. They've been following this plan for quite a while, trying to find somebody who would stand up and do something. And so far, the group that we are associated with has been able to accomplish some of the goals that they needed done in order for things to be set correctly. Okay, first, that's fear. Now, the things I'm going to address following this keeps coming up. I want to make this perfectly clear. There is no nation states. That is a convenience handle that got loose among the population. There are individual states that are sovereign nations. This is a difference between one thing and another. What we did was a notification process that made this happen. But there is no official nation states, okay? The media of sites using that name are bogus. They're made up. We do not have a website by the name of nation states, period. To go and find out about us, you get to go to the website of freedomreigns.us. There you will find information, and it'll alleviate a lot of the questions. There's even some information about me and other people. Now, that has posted recordings of the shows and a YouTube channel and other information, as well as updates that are possibly critical. And I want you to bear this in mind. All others are false. Now, I've come across a video. It's called Iron Mountain, and it deals with the intended genocide of a majority of the people, and that freedom movements were intended to be used in order to bring the people out so that they could shoot you, grind you up, whatever their intention was. Basically, that is an old plan, and it is no longer valid. And there's a reason for that. The reason it resurfaces is because people look around for these things. What's the exception to what's going on? Well, the exception is that these people have a problem. It won't go away, and it can't be stopped. And they're coming after the people who have been doing the fun and games, nasty things, foreclosure, you name it, to us for so long. These things that all of a sudden resurface are scare tactics only. Now, this also deals with, and this is going to probably excite some chatter, we just recently had a couple of executive orders. The problem with those executive orders is that there is not sufficient boots on the ground to carry out those executive orders. Number two, the NDAA, in its great promulgation of fear, states that they can abscond with you and put you in a place where nobody knows where you are and keep you forever. Well, that's all well and good if, and this is the if, you have enough boots on the ground in order to do so. Now, there's problems with this. One, the people that would do this, the people who are in charge of this sort of thing, these sorts of operations, are primarily broke. That's first. Secondly, everybody's heard about all the bankers and whatnot and fun and games going on in Europe. And I noticed that there is nothing going on here. Well, that got my curiosity up, so I checked. What's happening is you're having people that are in the same sorts of positions as you would find those in Europe, who are taking extended vacations with a bag full of money to foreign locations. They're not resigning and tipping everybody's hat. They're not being arrested quite quickly enough, catch me if you can kind of thing. And a few of them are getting away. Everybody, and this comes from an inside source, is scurrying around like nuts, trying to figure out what to do. We have basically got them where we want them. They're up against the wall, and they got no place to go. So the gist of this is a combination of two or three things. Don't be so fearful that you do something stupid. That's first. Number two, there is no nation states. That is simply a handle that got stuck on something and does not have any validity other than just a handle. Any of the media sites using that name ain't us. Just that simple. They might be trying to sell you something or whatever, or make themselves feel important, or whatever the reason is. Doesn't matter to me. If you want to know about what's going on, freedomreigns.us is a website that finds us as much as can be released so far. There are posted recordings of the shows, and we got a YouTube channel where you've got further postings. To go along with this, you got an update, you got some outings as to, people want to know who Drake is. Well, some of it's on there. I can't get real specific. I don't like being shot at, so I tend to keep my head down just a little bit.
Oh, I hear you.
So what you've got is you've got a bunch of basic fear tactics because that's all that's left. We're very close, and we're getting very much closer. Now, just recently, I had an interview with a major individual who has a major site. As soon as that comes available, it will be posted on Freedom Reigns and that person's website. The gist of it is that he and I spent approximately 3 hours together in terms of an interview, one-on-one, discussing what's going on, how it plays out, the fact that this effort, and this is really neat, is legendary. It goes back into time, thousands of years, and was foretold by the Hopi Indians and a bunch of other people who had the capability of seeing into the future. I'm sure everybody has heard of the Mayan. They also predicted this. So what you've got is a combination of things coming together. Most people don't agree with the idea of predestination, and yet the Creator put each one of us here for a specific reason, to find out what it is we're supposed to do and accomplish that goal, whatever that might be. He might have put me here just because I got a big mouth and like to talk on the radio, and I don't mind stating the truth, and off we go on down the road and all that. That may be my purpose. I don't know fully yet. I'll find out one day when I die. I'm sure I'll get told at that point. You know, it's either going to be, all right, man, good job, appreciate your help, or it's going to be, dude, you're going to have to go back and try again. You screwed that all up. One or the other. I don't know which. We'll see. But anyway, basically, the situation is that all of a sudden you're going to find a lot of counter videos and things that are exposed that supposedly deal directly with this effort. And the thing you have to remember is that these people no longer have most of the capabilities they used to have in terms of being able to reach out and touch someone or cause problems. That's been largely negated. So that's basically the update for today.
Awesome. Why, thank you. We want to remind our listeners, too, that our YouTube channel is very, very new. And so, we're in the process of getting everything updated and transferred from the original person who was posting everything over to our YouTube channel, which is The Freedom Reigns on YouTube. So just kind of let everybody know that. And Jim, I see you have a question for Drake.
Oh, yeah. As I understand it, Drake, they're trying to roll this out with creating as little panic as possible, as little fanfare as possible, as gently as possible. And anything you see which is a big whoop-de-doo, we can pretty much ignore, just stick with the Freedom Reigns website and the YouTube channel, which is ours, the official one. Is that what you're saying?
Basically, yes. You want the absolute truth about this effort and the people and some of the people involved and what's going on and what's been stated publicly on the radio, that Freedom Reigns is the only place where this is basically for real. Now, in other words, if somebody was to copy one of the radio programs, they can slice and dice that thing all different kind of ways and make it say things it doesn't say. So you have to be aware of this. You also have to understand that the name Nation States is not something we use in any official capacity whatsoever.
It was a nickname.
Yeah. So anyway, that's, and you got to remember, I have a friend that I'm associated with rather closely, decided to do a search, and then all of a sudden we got 1 million nation states out there. So this is why Freedom Reigns doesn't have that in the title, for one thing. Number two, Deatra deserves some credit, and she's basically responsible for the website in a lot of ways. And I trust her capability to make sure that whatever we do comes up there as it's appropriate. So
and she's put up money she didn't have, folks. I know that. Maybe I said too much. I hope I didn't.
Well, there's a donation button on there now, and my suggestion is you get a choice. Contribute to a candidate or political system keeps it going. Contributing to this gives freedom. That's pretty interesting and pretty easy choice in my opinion. So
it really is. It really is. But Drake, I want to thank you definitely for your update. You're welcome to stay around if you want to. We're going to have Anita on, and we're going to be talking about relocalization today. And I know that Sunday you had some awesome things to help with that. And, so you're welcome to stay on. And then, of course, we also have Chris with us, who's going to be talking a little bit about the smart meters and Agenda 21. So it's up to you. But we'll be open for questions during the second hour, of course. So, anyways, again, thank you, Drake. Thank you. Couldn't do it without you. You're kind of our information guy, and I really appreciate it.
You're very welcome.
Yes. So, okay. Last Sunday, Anita shared some ideas regarding setting up a county